of our Sha Tin triple header this weekend. Before we get back to Happy Valley next Wednesday night, the Polung Cook Cup is our feature race. We've got 7 races on the turf and 3 on the all-weather. Very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined in the studio by our form analyst Paul Lally and race caller Tom Wood as well. Tom, and we had some big clues towards the 4-year-old series on New Year's Day. We might have a few more this weekend.
Yeah, there's some 9 4-year-olds going around in the final 2 races on Sunday afternoon at Sha Tin, so more bits of the 4-year-old series puzzle will be added and placed into the right positions, hopefully. Looking forward to seeing some of them step out and a couple of newcomers amongst them as well.
Certainly do. There was a big TT on Wednesday, Paul. We've potentially got an even bigger one going off this weekend, though.
Biggest one of the calendar year there, Andrew. This 13.2 million jackpot, so we're expecting it to get up to 22 million. And also we've got a little jackpot, well, reasonable jackpot, 1.4 million in the third double trio. We don't really see those ones jackpotting too much, but there was a few roughies on New Year's Day, and obviously that's the reason why later on in the card.
Those triple trio legs are never easy, but this week looks particularly tough. There's a couple of beauties thrown amongst them.
There are. First leg is a Class 5 as well. We'll get to that. It's race number 4 on the programme. Let's launch straight into, though, to Sha Tin. Starting off with the horses that won't be going around. And Valiant Dream, I gave a bit of a chance to Valiant Dream, now replaced by Super Junior, who was a winner 2 starts back. Chad Schofield now on board. Meeting number 33 it is as we head into the weekend. 7 races on the C+3 course on the turf, and the 3 all-weather races are races 2, 5 and 7. The feature race, the trophy race, is race number 8. This is a Class 4 over the 1,000 metres to start the day. Happy Victory drops into Class 4 for the first time. We've got a number of horses debuting, 4 of them. Noble Desire for Douglas White with the blinkers on. Compassion Spirit for Manfred Mann. Michael Chang trains President's Choice. We get down to Winner's Heart for Frankie Law, another on the debut. Fronts, Trust Me, Dennis Yett, Matthew Poon, who was behind Valiant Dream off scratching last time out, and Praunier, the last of them. At Happy Valley last time out, he rolled forward over the 1,000 metres. Chad Schofield arriving from barrier 9. Happy Victory, Wild West Wing and Master Galaxy are the horses that have been up at Jungfar.
Having a look at the speed here, down the straight, 1,000 metres for the opening race. President's Choice is mapped to be up there, but he was a bit iffy away in his most recent trial. He had began well from the line, well, a couple of times prior to that. So he's interesting. A Noble Desire, 8 trigrams, went forward recently with the blinkers on and a barrier trial. You've got Wild West Wing and one of the other newcomers back there as well as they settle into stride. But interesting speed map to open the program.
He's one of the first starters. Now, he's the one at the back, President's Choice, just working with a partner horse. Just education here. They had a jump out and just sitting in behind, so just getting used to the racing side of it. Sylvester de Souza was aboard on this for that gallop. Joe Moreira did ride him in the trials, and he's going to be riding this horse, Wild West Wing. So he's on a good hold here, and he did go well in his debut run at Happy Valley. Comes to Sha Tin, and he seems to have come on since that run. He did hit the line strongly after getting back. And Bella Baby, I thought it wasn't too bad from him. He looked quite keen in his work as well. He'd be a big prize runner if you do like him. But look, his work's been OK leading into this race.
All right, well, we're going to start off with Wild West Wing. We just saw him there in his track work. Let's hear from his jockey as well, Joe Moreira. We're on board for John Size.
Joe, Wild West Wing, you rode him on debut at Happy Valley last time out. What did you make of that performance?
That was a very good run. Obviously, having his first start over there, being so green, he wasn't able to do things straightforward. But at the end of the day, the way how he hits the line got me extremely happy.
Did he have a few issues coming out of the gates that night?
Well, look, he's been doing the same thing at his trials. He's done that with me in Jungfar, so I was expecting, but he should learn from that. Now he's got a run on his belt. He should be more sharp from the gate, and that's essential if you want to run a short distance race like we're going for on the weekend. So he's still a little bit immature, but based on how he ran last time, if he brings that kind of ability, that kind of form, I think he's going to be a very competitive ride.
And what about the straight track for him on Sunday?
I would say 1,000 meters, particularly on the straight, wouldn't be his perfect distance. But for the time being, where he's at the moment, I think Sice has got him on the right course, right distance. But don't be surprised if, as time goes by, Sice step him up to maybe 1,400, even a mile in the future.
And for yourself, we didn't see you riding last Sunday due to illness. You're back on Wednesday. How are you feeling, Joe?
Feeling much better. Yeah, I've been extremely sick. I really wasn't able to make it on last Sunday, so I had to be watching the races from the sofa at home. But I'm happy to be back, and I'll be doing my very best to be creeping winners.
Good round up there from Joe. And I think he's probably right in terms of 1,000 metres might be ideal. It's just whether he's good enough on the day, I suppose. But that's Wild West Wing as our current favourite. Noble Desire, the next one we'll have a look at. Now, he's here on debut. A footstep in the sand, 4-year-old through the ISG sale. Crossover noseband and blinkers on for his debut.
3 trials he's had coming into it. He's showing a bit of speed in his trials as well. He's 1,075 pounds. Just pushed out on this trial, though, which sort of worried me a little bit. There's others I prefer. Yeah,
I've left him out. He was 1.4 million out of the ISG sale. He's got blinkers, crossover, noseband first time. He's actually related to quite a few winners, but I'm happy to watch him first time round.
OK, another debutant, Compassion Spirit from Manfred Mann and Keith. And from barrier 12, that'll help him. A Supreme Class 3-year-old.
Yeah, he'd trialled before he came over here in New Zealand at Taupo at Avondale, where he'd won and placed. He was a tad slow out in his trial 2 trials ago. He was better out in his last barrier trial. I thought he just wasn't really pushed along over the final stages all. He seemed to travel to the line quite nicely. I didn't put him in, but wouldn't surprise me if he ran a decent race.
Yeah, he's had those 3 trials and he's 1,111 pounds.
Right.
Is that enough?
Do we get that?
Did you get enough ones?
All the ones.
Yeah, 4 ones, 4 of them.
Yeah, I didn't mind the trial either, Tom. I thought he's got to the line OK. 8 trigrams we've seen a little bit of, and Winner's Heart, another one of the debutants.
You know, I like the way Winner's Heart finished off this, and he did trial well at Happy Valley, Winner's Heart. He is 1230 pounds. He's a big boy. He's had those 3 trials as well. He's by Ambidexter. We've only had one Ambidexter here before. Well, we've only got one race at the moment, that's Blastoise. So over time, he might need a little bit further than the 1,000, but I thought it was a good run.
Yeah, he trialled in Australia as well at Cranbourne with Greg Urell, and he'd gone OK. But the 8 trigrams, I'll be keen to see if they lead with him because they've got the blinkers on. I probably should say on the speed map as well, with 4 on debut and 4 only having another 2 runs or less, there could be some variance.
8 trigrams beaten favourite on his last 2 starts, so he owes a little bit. But Wild West Wing favourite here this time.
Yeah, look, I've got him in there for second. I've got one to beat him, one of the first starters. He's come up at decent odds at 20s. President's Choice. Now, Joe did ride him in the trials. He's obviously got a commitment to Wild West Wing. The hood goes on this on debut. He's 1,002 pounds. He's had 3 trials. He goes forward. He's got speed. I think he can put himself in the race. And one of those trials, he beat Super Wealthy.
He did.
Super Wealthy's come out and gone very well since. Wild West Wing second. Treasure Chest, I thought, should have led last time. An outsider crossed him and he got taken back at the wrong time. And Winner's Heart in there for 4th. So 6, 8, 10, 9 for me.
I decided to go with the Wild West Wing. Hopefully he gets a cleaner getaway this time out, over 1,000 metres, and I think he'll be there at the finish. He was seen doing his best work late at Happy Valley down the outside. 8 trigrams in with the shades on for the first time. Throwing up Master Galaxy here, he's at 9.7 in the market. He went round at nearly 100 to 1 last time out, but there was money for him when he went round on debut at 8.6 behind Victorium and only beat 2 home. So I'll be keen to see what he can do. Tony Picone riding and Winner's Heart number 9. So 8, 5, 11 and 9.
Yeah, and Tony made a flying start, of course, on Wednesday with Charity Go. First day, first winner.
Yeah, not bad, is it?
Awesome.
You know, it's good because you get the momentum going.
Absolutely.
That's what he needs.
Some 4 rides coming up on this one as well. 8 and 9, the common denominators there in our first event. So I've got those in my numbers as well.